Hey guys, it's me Carly coming at you with another video. And as you can tell, my hair is looking a little different today. I got this put in last night. My mom did it because, like, she's the only one I trust doing my hair like this. And, well, yeah, I told you she's white, but that's irrelevant. But anyway, there are no shops for people like myself to go and get my hair done. And I have to like drive an hour away from my house. But anyway, I bought this hair at the same place where you saw me wear my braids and my ponytail. Where when you saw me wear my braids and my ponytail, that's where I got this hair from the same places I got those two places, because I like bought them all. I got them all together because, yeah, it's awesome. And these are crochet braids. Why they are called crochet braids, I don't know. You actually use a latch hook to put these bad girls in. And I really like how they are curly. I don't always like the feeling of them because, like, they're kind of dry, coarse feeling. And I know it's synthetic hair. But my real hair is braided down underneath, which I'm pretty sure some of you may know that or not, but if you don't, congratulations on getting educated. And yeah, so I came here to show you my new hairdo. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But I have also come on here because I like to do my top 10 best couples list again, but it's a different list. It's going to be my top 10 best queer couples list, because I told a friend of mine on Tumblr, and I think she's the same person on YouTube, because I'm doing this video partly because, one, she called out the fact that I didn't mention Paley in my top 10 best couples list. And two, I felt like doing this video anyway. And I felt really confident because I wanted to show you my hair, because I love my hair. I'm a little bit vain about that. Oh well, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. And if you see me looking down at my phone, I'm looking down for notes. Okay, so without any further ado, here are my top 10 best queer couples list, or LGBTQIA plus the alphabet, because you guys need a dictionary for all of those terms that they use in the LGBTQIA plus community. But here are my top 10 couples. Kicking off the list at number 10, Giles, or Jax and Miles from Backstage. Oh my gosh, I've talked about this couple before on my channel, and if you guys are wondering what the show Backstage is, it is a show on Disney Channel, or it's a Canadian show, and I think it pretty much has the same producers as Degrassi or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's a Canadian show. It's very good. And it's about kids who go to a liberal arts school, like, learn how to be a DJ, or sing, or dance, or art, paint, do whatever. And I've said this before in the past, but the backstage couples, the straight backstage couples, all the straight couples on Backstage suck. They all suck. And the only one, they don't all suck, but a majority of them suck. And I ship Jax and Miles because, to me, they have the best chemistry. They're not canon, sadly. I forgot to mention all these ships aren't going to be canon some of these ships are going to be canon and some aren't going to be canon. So just thought I'd warn you. But I ship them because they have like such a beautiful friendship. And yes, Jax does start out by feeling sorry for Miles and his kidney thing, but they stay friends. And when Miles faints, he calls out for Jax. Well, he's with the girl he supposedly likes, like Aaliyah, even though I really am not a Jax and Aaliyah shipper, because they are just yeah, they bore me. And if I was gonna go with a straight couple for Jax, I would have gone with Julia. But for some reason, people shit on Julia. Yeah. Maybe it's because she's black and she kissed Miles while they were both confused about their feelings for each other, and he liked Aaliyah, and she apparently knew that, but she stopped herself. She almost kissed Jax, but nobody says shit about Bianca breaking up Jax and Jax and Jenna for the fact she wanted to date Jax, and said that she told Jenna that Jax was cheating on her, Jenna, with Kit. And then they broke up, and then Miles comforted him. It was so adorable. And he put his arm around him. I just loved it. Yeah. Oh, and I love anything practically gay on the backstage show. Like, every non-canon possible gay, queer, or gay couple, or lesbian couple, or LGBTQIA plus couple need a, you guys need a dictionary, seriously. Please, like, can someone, like, write up a dictionary for all of this? Because this gets really confusing. And I'll just, like, I'll happily read it. But anyway, I do enjoy this couple. They're not a couple, but I wish they were, because Jax and Miles have amazing chemistry, and they have great chemistry, better chemistry than all the straight couples on the show. So anyway, if you guys watch Backstage, let me know in the comments down below. And moving on to number 9, Anissa and Grace from Black Lightning. Now, they're a little higher. They're not really high on the list, mainly because we don't really get to see Anissa do anything with Grace. I mean, they went on a couple dates, they are cute together, and they're a badass couple. They're, like, supposed to be this really badass couple. And, I think that they might get lower on the list, but yeah, they might get a little bit lower on the, they might not lower, like raise higher than a number 9, like a number 4 or something, because I haven't seen them do much, but I do know that they're canon in the comics. Nafafsa Williams is doing amazing as Anissa, and she is super gorgeous, and she's the first, well, aside from Nissa Al Ghul, Anissa's like the first real lesbian superhero who is actually a canon lesbian in the comics, and she's a canon lesbian on the show. She's an out and proud black lesbian superhero. And people want to be like, oh, but Kate Kane is like the first lesbian. It's like, no! Is the first live action lesbian hero. Excuse me, but we have Anissa, as in aka Thunder. I mean, yes, Batwoman is great rep, but it's like, y'all will do anything. It's like, don't erase the black lesbian hero, okay? Anissa is super gorgeous. And shout out to Nafasa for playing her. We love you. You're doing great. And please continue. Because we know how you know that rep is important. And we love you, girl. Anyways, and I hope Grace comes back. And also, I'd like to point out, they're like one of the few biracial couples that contain two people of color, because Grace is Asian and Anissa is a black woman. And I just, she's my favorite. I love her. And they're canon, at least in the comics, so they count as canon. But anyway, enough rambling about them. Number 8, Becky and Adam. Now, as for these two, I like these couples because opposites attract. And Adam was born a female, but he's transgender. Well, he's a transgender man, or a teenager, male teenager, and he and Becky, who is they're from Degrassi, by the way, but Becky is from a religious background. Because of her parents and her views, they're a little more closed off to the idea of Adam being a she, biologically a she, and he's a male. He identifies as a boy. He dresses as a boy, and he wanted to take testosterone, but of course they had to kill off Adam in a fucking car accident. Sorry for swearing, but I say that like all the time. But they had killed off Adam, and it was so sad. I mean, they could have saved him with the surgery, but he was texting and driving. So that really sucked. And plus, it was really interesting to see a dynamic unfold, a love story unfold between the daughter of a preacher and her boyfriend being a transgender male. And I love how over time Becky let go of some of those beliefs in the that she had about, oh, Adam, you're a female, so I'm gonna call you she, and it doesn't matter how much. And then Becky's preacher dad, who's a fucking asshole, he's like, why are you dating Adam? God said that Adam is a she. You shouldn't be dating her. I was like, that's transphobic, dude. That's not okay. He's just the worst. But yet, Becky has a twin brother named Luke, who's in jail for sexually assaulting and raping a drunk girl, even though it was Zoe, but Zoe didn't deserve to get raped. I mean, I don't really care for Zoe that much, but yeah. How's that feel? You don't like your daughter dating a trans person, a trans man, but you're okay with, but you're more sympathetic to your son who raped somebody. Yeah. And it's on video. This is a very old episode of Degrassi, like season 14. But anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, leave a thumbs up. Because I feel like I talk about Degrassi and like backstage and nobody really knows what I'm talking about. But I really love them as a couple. And they're the T in my, they're a queer couple, well, technically a queer couple, or are they straight? Because I'm confused. Because trans is part of the LGBTQ community, and I don't mean to sound like I'm being phobic. So, yeah. So I put them on the list because they're like star-crossed lovers, and R.I.P. Adam, and thank you, bleh, I don't know why I said thank you, but thank you, Degrassi, for giving me this lovely couple. I absolutely love this couple. Actually, if you guys have watched Life with Derek, by the way, you know that Adam is played by Jordan Todesey, the actress who plays Liz in Life with Derek. So, yeah, like, I feel like every Canadian show has had a crossover. Not show, but each actors have appeared on some type of Canadian show. And if you guys, speaking of Canadian shows, and I know I'm getting off topic, but if you guys have ever watched Anne with an E, the actor who plays Sebastian is the same actor that played Danny Van Zant. I just found that out because he's such a good actor that I didn't even register that was... I'm like, oh, it's Danny Van Zant, Liberty's little brother. He grew up nice. So, it didn't register to me. And, the actor that played Craig made a guest appearance on Backstage. So, I just think that's really cool. And I feel like, and a lot of the actors, Derek... not Mr. Venturi, who plays Life with Derek's father, played Miles Hollingsworth, or the Hollingworths triplets. Ugh, not triplets, twins, and Miles Hollingsworth father on Degrassi, and he's rich, which is kind of funny because his wife on Life with Derek also ended up playing the mother of rich twins, a boy and a girl. So I just think it's funny. Fiona Coyne's mom is Casey's mom in Life with Derek. So I just thought that was kind of cool. And I just really love those shows. They're all Canadian. You should check them out if you haven't seen them. They're like super old. But anyway, I'm straying off topic. Number 7. Paley. Paige McCullers and Emily Fields from Pretty Little Liars. And I know I'm in the minority when I say this. Again. And shout out to my fellow Paley shippers. Because I ship Paley. And... yeah, I like how protective Paige is of Emily. And you know what? Yes, Paige made a few mistakes in the past. Yes, she wasn't always the nicest person to Emily. But you know what? Paige apologized, tried to be Emily's ride or die, and, they should have been end game. Yes, I'm a little bit salty. Emerson is just toxic and abusive, and I don't know why people ship it. And I don't like how Marlon King just screwed over Paley. Actually, I hate how Marlon King treats the queer characters, or like on her show, or like the lesbian or bisexual characters on her shows. It drives me nuts. And you know what else drives me nuts? Is that Marlon King is a lesbian. Well, she's in a lesbian relationship, as far as I can tell. I don't want to make assumptions, because her partner might identify as a they, but whatever. Which is totally cool. It's just that... why did you screw over Paige, and you gave Ezra Fitz a happy ending, which I won't go into too much about, detail because I think I've ranted enough in my other videos about them. But yeah, I just love how Paige is so protective of Emily. And when Paige was breaking down telling how Allison bullied her, Emily was like there to comfort Paige. And just, ugh. And I ship Emily and Maya. I ship Emily with anyone who isn't named Allison, because Allison's a piece of shit, and she needs to go die in a hole. And she's like the fucking worst. Because, I hate her. And I said fuck again, but who cares at this point? But she's just a terrible person, and she needs to go to hell. Sorry, but she does. Not sorry, but sorry. Yeah, so I absolutely adore Paley. And yes, it is Mose from Degrassi. I love Mose and I love Paige. I adore Paige. And I don't care what anyone says. I freaking love Paige. Yeah, I know. I'm getting over dramatic. And that's funny. Paige is my favorite character. And I like Emily. But I hate how, I don't like her with Allison, and I don't like the fact that Emily will fall victim to Allison's abuse, which isn't her fault. And it sounds like I'm victim blaming, but I'm not. It's like, why are you doing favors for Allison? All she's done is manipulate you guys, and Paige has a point. So Paige is so on point with everything she says about Allison. And you know what? Speaking of Paley, Emily and Paige lived together, and I didn't get any flashbacks, but I got plenty of flashbacks about how Allison was an abusive piece of shit to all of the people around her, but I didn't get any pleasant flashbacks. Seriously? We get that, but not... I need those flashbacks unless they were deleted. This hair is so itchy. So yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like that I got flashbacks. Number 6. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sleeping Warrior. I'm so salty that this did not happen on Once Upon a Time. Adam and Eddie are like the worst queer baiters ever. Like everything. Once Upon a Time, Sleeping Warrior, oh my gosh. Like Mulan was in love with Aurora. It was so cute. And they had a natural friendship. They naturally progressed. And you know what they did with it? It's like, no, we're going to let Aurora go be with Philip. And I know I shouldn't touch on this too much because I've ranted about this as well. But like, ugh. And we're going to let Mulan not meet Shang. You know, because as I said earlier, before in my other video, the live action hates Shang for some reason. And they hate, I don't know why, but Shang is a essential character to the Mulan movie franchise, and her love interest, and her friend, and her partner, and yet you cut him out of the movie. That's just not okay. No. And the other thing is, Mulan was totally in love with Aurora. And they could have worked as a couple. Someone suggested polyamory, which would have been interesting. We can't have a queer couple until it's 2 skinny white women in season 7 that no one really cares about because everyone jumped ship from the show before season 7. And it's just, ugh. It wasn't a very good finale. And, like, you could have done so much more with Mulan. Instead, she was your token brown character, Asian character. And all she did was be subservient to the white counterpart storylines. And I'm just so bitter that this couple didn't happen. And they had like the best chemistry out of all the straight couples on the show. I just didn't like it. Ugh! I hate you, Adam and Eddie. Well, okay, I don't hate you, but you are on my celebrity shit list for not addressing female on male rape on your show, the vast amounts of queer baiting you do, and, you're also kind of sucky. So, yeah. You're just really crappy at writing healthy couples. Sorry. My mirror is just flipped. It was just, no, I don't like it. Opposites attract, and they were just really cute together. And Mulan almost confesses her feelings for a woman. And you could have had Mulan and Moulin Rouge, which is red in Mulan. No, you couldn't have that either. Or Mulan and Merida. No, you didn't have that. But you confirm Mulan is bisexual, and you don't give her anything. You just leave my girl hanging. Like, ugh. That's why there's such a thing as fan fiction. Anyways. Number 5 on my list. Johnner. Jude and Connor. Oh, I know they're broken up now, and I know they're not gonna, stay together forever because, first love. And Jude's gotta date, other guys because Jude's gay. He was actually supposed to be a trans character. Fun fact. But anyways, I love Johnner so much. I mean, Connor stuck up for Jude and painted his nails blue because Jude painted his nails blue. And they just smiled at each other. And then the pinky grab. Oh my god, I just loved it so much. Oh, them holding pinkies in the theater, these pinkies, was just so cute and so, innocent and adorable. And, and I feel like, Gyrus on Andy Mac could have been practically everything, pretty much everything Johnner, oh my god, Jude and Connor were. They were just so amazing together. I just love them. And now Jude's with Noah, or with this other guy. And Jude's growing up. Oh my gosh, my baby is 18. Oh, innocent little Jude. I just love Connor and Jude together. I just adored the shit out of them. I adored them so much. I just, the blue nail polish. And then the time that Jude, or Connor, Jude, Taylor, and, what was Madison Pettis' character's name on The Fosters? I forgot her name. I forgot her character's name. Yeah, but all 4 of them went to a house, got drunk, and then Connor ended up getting shot in the foot, literally, and then Connor's dick of a dad tried to blame Jude for something they all did, and for Connor getting shot. And it was Taylor's dad's house, which is even worse. Sorry. Come here, chair. There we go. Gotta put my feet up. on a chair because, you know, that's really sanitary. But I'm making a video and I'm in the comforts of my house. But, and then Jude refusing to, like, I don't want to be labeled. I don't want to say I'm gay. But I liked how it took Cole on the show, who's a trans male character, and he's actually played by a real trans. Just so you know, there are 2 trans characters on the show, both female to male trans gender characters, and they're actually played by real trans people. So that's a bonus. But anyway, I liked how it took Cole to tell Jude's like, look, I understand not wanting to be put in the box. But when I was at Girls United, it was my label that got me through. And labels can hold a lot of power. So yes, not everyone it was basically saying, like, not everyone likes labels, but labels can also carry a lot of power. And I really adored that scene. So Jude and Connor forever. I even tried writing a fan fiction about them, but it didn't go so well. Where they were both dads. And I don't know. But I will forever love them as a couple. I just love them. Okay, number 4 I've touched on over and over again, so I'm going to be brief with this one. But number 4 is Red Beauty. Look at Ruby and Belle. Belle and Ruby, oh, they're like they're the ultimate Beauty and the Beast couple. I mean, they're both beautiful women. And also Belle is let's see, Belle is Belle. She's the beauty part in Beauty and the Beast, and Ruby's half werewolf. And they were founded in friendship, and it would have been a natural friendship organically. Not, oh, I'm an asshole and I'm gonna kidnap your dad and you're gonna take his place for him. Like, not that, because, yeah, I kind of understand the Stockholm argument. And the other thing is, I hate Rumbell, but you guys know that. I fucking hate Rumbell. It's, like, the worst couple on the show, and he shouldn't have gotten a happy ending. But anyway, he should have just, like, gone and hooked up with Cora, and Belle should have hooked up with Ruby, and everyone could be happy. And Belle could be free from an abusive relationship. And Emily DeRaven hates Rumbell. Like us anti-Rumbell shippers. Or anti-Rumbell people. So, yay. Good on her. But anyway, I love her. I love this couple. I always will stand this couple. But I didn't talk too much about them. Number 3 is Supercorp, which is Lena and Kara. Okay. Yes. I love Supercorp, and I also love Kara Olsen. James and Kara. But I am not so keen on the Supercorp fan base because of a lot of the racist bullshit I've seen towards James. And yeah, I'm not like, I can't stand those sans who like Supercorp because of the racist bullshit towards James. I mean, like, I don't mind that they like Supercorp. I just don't like the bias racism towards James. And I've like said that for different ways now. But I ship them because Lena's last name is Luthor. She is biologically a Luthor because she is the paternal half-sister to Lex. And Kara is the cousin of Supergirl. And as we all know, that Kara is Supergirl. Kara is the cousin of Superman, doy. But they would be like that forbidden family. They'd be like Romeo and Juliet, but better, and nobody would die or like kill themselves because they couldn't be with because it wasn't a forbidden love. I fucking hate Romeo and Juliet. I just do. Ugh. But anyway, I shipped them because Kara believed in Lena. Even when Lena was framed for a crime, Kara was the one who believed in Lena. Kara was the one who dug deeper, despite the fact that Lena was wrongfully convicted, and everything was pointing the other direction, pointing at Lena. And it was just so beautiful that they believe in each other. I love how they have daily lunches together, or like weekly lunches, and Lena's super rich, so she probably pays for it. And Kara is Supergirl, and I also love how Lena's idea of thanking Kara is flooding her office with a dozen flowers. No, not just a dozen flowers, enough flowers to fill her office. I mean, if Lena was a man and did that, that would be seen as romantic. So, but then the Supergirl cast kind of had to like crap on this ship because like, it's not gonna happen. They like did some really homophobic shit for all the people who ship this couple, I guess. I don't know the full story, but if you guys know the full story of what happened with the Supergirl cast, please like send me a link or something, because yeah, cause I'd rather talk about something when it's more annoying, or when I know more about it, but that's the basis of what I know. So moving on to couple number 2 on this list, Chelsea and Raven from Raven's Home / That's So Raven, or reverse that. But now initially I didn't ship them before, but they act like such a couple. I mean, 2 single moms living under one roof, raising their children together, co-parenting together. They always have each other's backs. I mean, they even go on, okay, well, it's technically not a date, but when they were going out clubbing, that was practically a date, right? Yeah, we're just gonna say that was a date. That sounds like I'm queer baiting, but I swear I'm not. It just looked like a date, okay? It was just awesome. And they were just so cute together. Plus, they know each other well. And yes, I know that their kid, Chelsea's son, calls Raven auntie, and Raven's kids call Chelsea auntie. But I just really like them as a couple. And plus, Raven Simone's a lesbian in real life. And you know what? Disney, we can have a lesbian couple. We can have a gay couple on Disney. I mean, you don't have a problem queer coding a majority of your villains, Ursula. And like, a lot of villains on Disney are, I just learned this, and I don't know why I'm just learning this, but I'm learning, because you learn things as you grow. Disney queer codes a lot of their villains, which I'm sure a lot of you know that. But anyways, and plus, I just love how Chelsea and Raven refer to each of their children. It's like, our children. It's like, our kids are pretty lucky to have us, right? And they were fighting like a couple, and the way they made up, they were dancing the tango. Yeah. What is up with that? Oh, they just would be like a great couple together. They should happen. Anyways, they kind of actually remind me of Lisa and Ray from Sister Sister. What's your making a reboot about that? And I'm kind of nervous because I always get nervous about reboots. But anyway, on to the next couple. Last but not least, number 1 on this list is an actual canon couple. Steph and Lena from The Fosters. They're like the only couple I care about. They're canon, they're beautiful, and they co-parent. And Lena is mama, and Steph is mom. It's just the most adorable thing ever. And they like have a beautifully diverse family. And for those of you who didn't know, Brandon is actually, the actor who plays Brandon is actually part Puerto Rican. And then Lena's relationship with her children. Lena's like the soft parent, and they'll go to Lena because they know they can get away with more stuff with Lena. But they won't really go to Stephanie because Steph is a mom. And I also think Steph is a bit stricter because she's a cop. And Lena is a little bit looser because she works with kids all day and she is a school principal. So I just really love them together. They're so beautiful together. Their wedding was everything. And one of my favorite moments, it's like, Jude threw a pillow at Jesus like a little brother. And then Lena, because they were yelling at, Jude was all mad because Jesus, this was when Jake T. Austin was still around, he was like, it's my room too. You can't just lock me out. And Jude threw a book at him. And then after they were done with Jude, they had to like come up with consequences because that's what parents do. But when Jude's out of earshot, he's like, he called it his room. His room. And he threw a book at Jesus like a real little brother. It was one of the cutest moments ever. And then it's one of my favorite moments. And then another one of my favorite moments is like, look, I've been an officer for like 25 years and stuff. Stephanie said that. Or Steph. I keep calling her Stephanie. I don't know why I keep calling her Stephanie. But her name is actually Stephanie, but she goes by Steph. So I'm trying to call her Steph. But Steph is like, well, they kissed? Or no, Steph's like, look, I never want to see my uniform again because she got promoted to detective. I want to never see it again. Then Lena comes out in like a tank top wearing her uniform, Steph's uniform top, and her underwear. Lena's wearing her own underwear. Sharing underwear is kind of gross. Actually, it's not kind of gross. It is absolutely shenasty. But anyway, they have sex. It was like one of the sexiest moments ever. And they're just so lovey-feely. I just love them as a couple. And then when Steph cuts her hair, damn it, I keep calling her Stephanie. But when Steph cuts her hair, and Lena's like, I love it. It just was like so beautiful because they're so supportive and accepting of each other. And I'm glad Monty didn't get in the way. Although, I know I shouldn't. But if Steph wasn't in the picture, I kind of would low-key ship Monty and Lena. But that's just me. But anyway, on to the next. That's number 1. Now for some honorable mentions. Charming. David Nolan, or Charming, from Once Upon a Time, and Killian Hook Jones. Yeah, I ship them as a couple. They just have more chemistry together, and they like seem like better pals than he does with Emma. And I know I shouldn't ship them together, but I do. It's like the only time. Okay, you know what? Once Upon a Time is like borderline incest. I mean, Swan Queen shippers can ship Emma with her step grandmother, and And she married her stepfather-in-law. So I don't see what the problem is. This is Once Upon a Time we're talking about, though. I'm a Frozen Swan shipper, so I shipped Elsa. I shipped Elsa and Emma together. Just because they look really cute. Yes, I know they were almost cousins. Adoptive cousins, but they weren't. They're not, and I shipped them, so whatever. Juliet and Scarlet, which I've mentioned earlier from backstage. Just because I love their friendship, and they're so pretty together. I shipped Dinah Laurel Lance with Helena Birchinelli, aka Black Canary and Huntress. And I've actually kind of shipped them since Justice League animated series after rewatching that show. But yeah, I shipped them. I also shipped Laurel with Nissa. And yes, Nissa dated Sarah, but who gives a crap? Because if Sarah can date Oliver and John Diggle can date his brother's wife, then I think we're going to call it fair game. I call it fair game. Another one I ship, Dinah Laurel Lance and Barbara Gordon / Oracle. And another honorable mention is Anne Shirley Cuthbert with Diana Barry. Yeah, I ship them. And I know that Anne is called a queer girl, but queer in those. And this story takes place in the 1800s. But I ship Anne and Diana, okay? I don't care what time the story takes place. Because to me, Anne either comes across as bisexual or pans. And Diana Barry is either bisexual or she's a total lesbian, but she probably was a closeted lesbian. These are just headcanons I'm making up, okay? But yeah, I totally ship them. And yes, they have to end up in straight marriages. And I like Anne and Gilbert. I love them. But it's like, why can't Anne like girls and Diana like girls? And for the newer episodes, for the newer show, Anne with an E, I totally thought that Anne was bisexual and that they do have a gay storyline. They give it to an original character made up for the show. His name is Cole. He's gay. They made Mr. Phillips gay, although why the hell did you make Mr. Phillips gay? Or like, because that's why he was marrying Prissy. But did you have to make him a fucking pedophile? Or a hebophile, or however the F you say it? No, that's like not really a good association. And it's against the law in those times to like the same gender who's around the same age as you, but it's okay to have a student marry their teacher. And by the way, Prissy, good for you for leaving your fiance at the altar, okay? Good for you. And good for you for playing in the snow like a fairy, like the teenager you are, and you go and get that college education. Because nobody thinks it's weird that Prissy was practically porking her teacher. Sorry to put it so weirdly like that. But we can't have, like, Anne be bisexual. And I've ranted about this in my other video. It's like, why do pedophiles get more of a happy ending than most of the gay characters that exist, or the LGBTQIA plus community? Why do they get less of a happy ending? I'm like, pedophiles like Ezra Fitz or an epophile like Ezra Fitz gets a freaking happy ending while you have to kill off Maya. So yeah, I am utterly convinced that what is it? I'm utterly convinced that Anne Shirley is bisexual. Even Amy Beth, the current actress who plays Anne Shirley, thinks she's bi. And anyways, these are my top 10 / honorable mentions for my queer couples, or gay, or LGBTQIA+, because there's like a whole terms. This video is like 50 minutes long. I apologize for that because I got off topic. But if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And tell me which couples do you agree with, and give me your own list of top 10 couples. Anyways, have a good one.